Mr. Mark Myers, Your Honor, what you're trying to do to this court and Mr. Fisher is wrong. You were shoving down $4 million more in spending than we've ever spent before, and you don't want to hear us speak. You're giving us 5 minutes, that's it. You got a timer like we're kids. $4 million more. That's 15%. That's liberal spending, son. Excuse me, Your Honor, you're not my son. Okay? We're outraged.
This table shows that during the review of fiscal year 2024, Lavaca County had spent only about $27 million of expenditures. Yet in the 2025 fiscal year, the court approved $40 million worth of expenditures, which is a 48% increase from the previous year. This table shows that during the fiscal year review for 2025, we had only spent 34.8 of the projected $40 million that was approved for spending. That's about a $5.7 million difference. And when you look at the fiscal year 2026, they're projecting that we'll spend $38 million in expenditures, and that's a 9.96%. So that's almost 10% difference in expenditures. So for the past 2 years, expenditures in Lavaca County's budget has been approved by Commissioner's Court by almost over 50%. I'll just leave it at that. If that's not liberal spending, I don't know what the heck is. Especially when you look at the revenues, which over the past 2 years have gone up only about 3.5%.
$4 million more. And I know your argument already. Well, we have this surplus here. Well, you've got a big old candy jar out there, and you're showing the world you got this big old candy jar, and you want to put that into the operating budget? That'll be there next year.
Let's talk about Lavaca County's candy jar. Right now, there are 4 money market accounts, and there are 2 other accounts. Those accounts are used for accounts payable and payroll. As of August 31st, that amount in those accounts totaled $32.8 million.
You've got $610,000 going into the sheriff's office. That's a lot of money, Mark. We need to talk about that.
The 2026 budget for the Sheriff's Department shows a decrease in expenditures from $3.5 million to $2.7 million, which is about 20% less. The only thing I'm seeing different this year from last year is law enforcement training. One has to question whether or not that $610,000 that was added in 2022 hasn't paid off.
You got over $900,000 going in raises, more and above than we've ever done before. That's permanent spending. You know it.
The 2026 budget does not show any tremendous increase in salaries for anybody. However, dental insurance is increasing by 13% and group medical is increasing by almost 6%. That is an additional burden to the taxpayers. The question is, will that equal $900,000 or more?
You didn't tell the truth. You told a bit of the truth. You said, I want to lower taxes. No, you're spending $4.6 million like you're Washington, D.C. $4.6 million more. The budget last year was 15.5. We had a pretty conservative budget, and now you're at 17.9.
Here's the truth about Lavaca County's budget and what Commissioner's Court has done. As you can see, over the last 3 years, MUD's expenditures have increased by 30% and then almost 14%. This year, he is estimating it will go down a whopping 4.6%. It is worth noting that during Myers' term, he did go up 17% one year, but then he went down almost 24% the next year.
For the sake of discussion, I never said that I lowered taxes. Never. I never said that I lowered taxes. I simply tried to adopt the no new revenue rate. That is not lowering taxes. That is keeping taxes the same.
During the 2022 hearing for Lavaca County's budget and adopting the tax rate, Judge Mark Myers was trying to convince the court to settle for the no new revenue rate, which was at 0.5484. Give this a listen.
Expenditures, I'm not coming up, like I
And
say, I'm
that-
coming up with
and-
8,070,000. My math may be wrong.
And that is why it's important to get with me before, so that you and I are on the same page.
Sure. So,
And I am going to encourage the court, if you want to adopt the no new revenue rate, you're gonna have to cut out payroll. I will not let this county go down and their reserves start to drop.
in actuality, that's the
I
decision
will
of the court.
encourage.
Everyone be quiet. Order, hey.
I said I will.
Let's not, hey, everyone, Shayna. Shayna, everyone. Now let's be civil.
The no new revenue rate calculated that year was 0.5484. However, the four commissioners voted for a higher rate of 0.5679.
And if we had to go into special reserve,
Remember, special reserve is that big old candy jar that Mudd referred to.
which I don't see it, but if we had to, coming off of a pandemic COVID year, is that not the time? When is the right time? When is the right time to exercise our use of special reserve? When is it? When is it the right time to give our taxpayers a break from higher taxes? I am of the opinion that we should not be raising tax rates on our citizens except in a time of prosperity. And last year was not a prosperous year for Lavaca County. I will say this, Lavaca County fared a lot better than most counties did during this terrible time. But there were a lot of businesses, a lot of ranchers, a lot of property owners and taxpayers that were hurt this year.
And at the same time, businesses, farmers and ranchers applied for PPP loans
Correct.
to help them out.
And probably a lot of those loans have not even come into fruition yet. As you and I both know,
Pretty much forgiven already.
as you and I both know, there are a lot of people that did not apply for those loans.
I know.
There are a lot of people that are too proud to apply for a handout. That's the kind of people we have in Lavaca County. We solve our problems. We solve our own problems. We don't depend always on the feds and on the state government for handouts.
How long can we keep going into a reserve, pulling out $2 million a year? Because the EMS is not going away. Everybody wants a good, strong EMS. Everybody wants protection. Those salaries and the EMS is not going away. And that's about $2 million a year.
Again, we're talking about a difference, the amount of revenue that we are going to raise with this tax rate as opposed to the no new revenue rate. The difference is only $560,667. The no new revenue rate will raise $13,246,910 for a need, to meet the need of $6,782,920.
Just worried about
Almost double.
what are we setting our future up for once we burn through all this?
I hope that we don't burn through double what we have budgeted.
I move that we adopt the tax rate of .4468 for M&O, nothing for debt rate, .1211 from the Market Road, which totals .5679.
We have a motion and a second. Motion by precinct number 1, seconded by precinct number 2. We will take a vote by roll call. Precinct 1.
Yes.
Precinct 2.
Yes.
Precinct 3.
Yes.
Precinct 4.
Yes.
I vote no. Let the record show the vote is 4-1, and motion passes. Also, I do want to make a statement at the regarding that agenda item number 8. I will not be signing my name to that budget. I will refrain and I will recuse myself from signing my name to that budget. I cannot, in good conscience, put my name on a document that I know to be detrimental to our county.